Hi, I'm Matt Brown from Hoare Acoustics.
I'm Andrew Heath from RBA Acoustics. We're here today to talk to you about Lafayette, the socially distanced 2020 ANC award.
And this is a collaborative entry, and it's a bit of a success story of how two acousticians can work together rather than against each other to incorporate a fully fledged music venue into a mixed-use building. The project was born when the building owner, Argent, came to Hoare and asked whether it was mad to even be considering the incorporation of a live music venue within a mixed-use building, knowing full well that Universal, the office tenant, have a recording studio located on the first floor. So, we hired an events-grade sound system and made some noise, to gain a detailed understanding of how the building would respond to high levels of live music. If the plans didn't seem mad before, they certainly did now. The outside of the building shook, and the thud of the kick drum could be felt as high as the 9th floor. This obviously didn't help to allay Argent's fears. With the challenge laid out, we took the measured results and used these to consult with Argent on noise intrusion criteria to be achieved, both within the new first floor restaurant that was to be developed directly above the venue and also throughout Universal's demise. With these agreed, we developed a series of design measures, including a combination of floating floors, mass barrier ceilings, and linings to the common structural walls and columns, and presented these to Argent to demonstrate that their ambitious plans could be realised. With Argent reassured, the necessary works were divided into a landlord specification and tenant's work package, whereby acoustic specialists from both teams would be required to work closely together to ensure that the demanding noise control measures would be successfully implemented into the building. RBA Acoustics were brought in by Lafayette to act as the tenant's consultant.
So Lafayette brought us on board to develop Hoare's noise control measures through technical design and completion, as well as to assist with licensing agreements for the main venue and for the other bars and halls within the complex. There was an aspiration for Lafayette to operate at effectively unrestricted noise levels, meaning we had to undertake further detailed analysis of the level of insulation required, the noise level distribution and the control of flanking paths. It was essential to work closely and directly with Hoare throughout the process to ensure that both acousticians were happy and that the landlord and tenant aspirations were achieved on all counts. Now I'm going to take you through a couple of the specific design challenges.
While the space initially felt quite cavernous, it quickly became apparent that there was a conflict between the available head height, which you can see we're quite close here, and the depth of the mass barrier ceiling. So we had to find a way to overcome this issue. So the way we did this was to use OD and room acoustic modelling to look at the low frequency energy distribution around the venue, and it actually showed there was a reduction in low frequency energy in this area, which facilitated a reduction in the mass barrier ceiling depth. We've got these two huge columns running throughout the entire building, and obviously run through from the venue to Universal's demise. We had to look at ways to skinny these down because they were affecting sight lines, so we looked at reducing the overall lining thickness while increasing the mass of the lining.
As the mezzanine is an isolated steelwork structure, we had to ensure the natural frequency of crowd movements didn't work against the natural frequency of the acoustic isolation bearings.
So here we are in the finished venue. After many months of site inspection visits, mainly stopping the mechanical engineer and structural engineer from knocking holes in the acoustic wall linings, we came to do the final commissioning. We hired a PA rig and demonstrated that the sound transfer throughout the development to other areas was suitable and passed on all counts.
And what this shows is how successful the collaboration between two acousticians on these highly challenging, technically complex jobs can be. Ultimately, what we've done is we've delivered the necessary acoustic quality to enable the venue, Lafayette, to operate at effectively unrestricted noise levels, whilst simultaneously allowing Argent to sleep at night knowing that they're not going to be annoying their other tenants. So just to finish off, just to say thank you for listening. I've been Matt Brown.
And I've been Andrew Heath, and we hope you've enjoyed listening to this presentation as much as we enjoyed working on the project.
Thank you.